What is going on, traders, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm glad to have you. On this channel, I go over key levels and catalysts that I'm focusing on, along with a watch list of stock tickers that I may trade. In this video, I'll be going over my watch list for the trading week of June 5th, 2023. Let's get to it. First up, the catalyst. Now, the biggest news I see this week is Apple's developer conference on Monday, where they're scheduled to unveil a new AR/VR headset. Now, if it's a hit, coupled with a debt ceiling agreement, I wouldn't be surprised if we have another green week, especially on the tech side. Now, in addition to Apple, companies like Meta, Microsoft, AMD, and even Snapchat could benefit. Now, the SPY has room from 430 up to 432, and the Russell 2000, ticker symbol IWM, has room from 186 up to 192. So it could be an exciting week. Let's take a look at this week's earnings calendar. Alright, not much to look forward to this week except maybe Academy Sports, Dave & Buster's, and DocuSign. Now, NIO, the EV car builder, has been having a hard time of things, and it could get worse if the numbers don't look right on Friday morning. So keep an eye on that one. Let's get started with the watch list. Alright, first up is going to be Advanced Micro Devices, ticker symbol AMD, and here I have it pulled up on the 4-hour time frame. Now, the company's been on a nice run since the beginning of May, where it was around $82.50, and it ran all the way up to around $132, where it ran out of steam. Now, with it sitting at around $118 now, in order for me to consider it bullish, it has to get above $118.50, and if it does, the first level I'm looking for it to test is going to be around $126. If it gets above that, $131. Now, on the bearish side, if AMD cannot get above $118.50, I'm looking for it to test this gap right here that starts around $115.75, and if it gets in this gap, it could possibly drop all the way down to around $109. So keep these levels on your watch list, and let's see what happens. Alright, up next is Meta Platforms, ticker symbol META, and here I have it pulled up on the weekly time frame. Now, 2 weeks ago, Meta reached the bottom of this gap right here that was created back in February of 2022 that goes from $248 up to $317. Now, when a stock gets in a gap, it's a good chance that it could end up filling that gap. And as you can see, in 2 weeks, we've gone from $248 up to around $272.50. So it's on its way. Now, in order for me to consider it bullish and continuing this run, it has to get above $273. And if it does, the first level I'm looking for it to test is going to be around $289.25. If it gets above that, all the way up to closing this gap around $317. Now, on the bearish side, if Meta decides it can't get above $273, it could end up chopping around or falling all the way back down to around $248. So keep these levels on your watch list, and let's see what happens. Up next is Microsoft, ticker symbol MSFT, and here I have it pulled up on the weekly time frame. Right now, the stock is sitting around $335.50, and in order for me to consider it bullish, it has to hold $334.50. And if it does, I'm looking for it to test its all-time high this week, around $350. Now, on the bearish side, if Microsoft cannot hold $334.50, I'm looking for it to test the top of this small gap right here, around $320. And if it can't hold that, down to around $315. So keep these levels on your watch list, and let's see what happens. Up next is Netflix, ticker symbol NFLX, and here I have it pulled up on the weekly time frame. Now, with this chart, I want to see if Netflix can hold $400, and if it does, I'm looking for it to run up and test the bottom of this weekly imbalance that starts around $458. Now, just like with gaps, when a stock gets within an imbalance, it's a good chance that it could eventually fill that imbalance, and that would be a run all the way up to around $513. Now, on the bearish side, if Netflix cannot hold $400, I'm looking for it to drop all the way down to around $363.50. So keep these levels on your watch list, and let's see what happens. Alright, real quick, let's go over some of the longer term plays that we talked about. The first one's going to be Cloudflare, ticker symbol NET, and here I have it pulled up on the weekly time frame. Now, initially, we wanted to see a hold of $40. We got that. Our first profit target was $47. We got that. The next one was $60. We got that. Now, the next one's going to be around $80. because the last couple of times that it got to 80, it rejected. So we want to get out before it gets to $80, all right? The next one's going to be the one we talked about last week, was Carter's, ticker symbol CRI. And here I have it again pulled up on the weekly time frame. Now we were looking for a hold of $60 and we got that. Now if Carter's can get above $63.50, we're looking for it to run all the way up to around $70. All right. And lastly, I'm going to go over two more longer term plays that you may want to consider. The first one is going to be Atlassian, ticker symbol TEAM, and here I have it pulled up on the weekly time frame. Now the stock right now is sitting around $184. I'm looking for a break of $184.50. If it does, I'm looking for it to run all the way up to around $221.75. All right. Now the second one is going to be Dollar General, ticker symbol DG. Let's go down, ticker symbol DG. And it's also pulled up on the weekly time frame. Now it had a really bad sell-off last week, and what I'm looking for is a recovery up to $173. So put an alert around 173. If it gets to 173, I'm looking for it to run all the way up to around 195. If it gets above 195, up to 206. Now this is going to happen over time, so if you do consider doing this one, make sure you have some time on those contracts, maybe 3 months out. All right. And that is the end of the video. If you found value, smash that like button and please consider subscribing to the channel. I set up a website at blazestocks.com where I post my videos, screenshots of stocks that didn't make the video, along with personal finance articles. So check it out when you get a chance. Also, if you're looking to get started with investing, check out the pinned comment in this video for a link to Webull where you can get up to 12 free stocks for signing up and depositing just 1 penny. So here's wishing you a prosperous week of trading, and until next week, talk to you later.